These days I'm way too lonely. I'm missing out, I know. These days I'm way too alone, but I give love away for. So I want someone to love me. I need someone who needs me. 'Cause it don't feel right when it's late at night and it's just me in my dreams. So I want someone who loves. That's what I effing want. Jesus. Anyway, what's going on, everybody? Here's a video about L.K. Nelson Mandela. I forgot his name already. This sergeant right here claims that there's no qualified immunity. The original video's from Just Us for All with the number 4. And somehow, some way, NC Tyrant Hunter has a better, longer version of that guy's video. I don't know how that's possible. So I'm going to let the first one play out in its entirety without pausing it. I'm going to pause it because there's music playing, but I'm not going to comment. So, and then I'll stop the NC Tyrant Hunter's version and comment on that one because he did a good job. Somehow he got better video than the person who recorded it. All right, so someone to love me. That's what I effing want, man. Give it to me. Oh, I made the mistake of looking up that video so I can memorize the lyrics a little bit. Oh my God, don't ever. Wow. Like, holy crap. Like, Lil Nas X, bro. Calm down. You like men. We got it. We understand. You like men. We got it, dude. Jeez, bro. It's like a softcore porno between you and another football player. And neither are you a football players or Cowboys for that matter. All right, here's the video.
No qualified immunity. Knowing they were violating people's civil rights.
So, but where does the qualified immunity come from exactly again?
It's paid for by the county, by every police officer, or whether they're getting it from the county, the state, or the federal government.
I would tell you right now, you really need to look up your facts because there's no such thing. That's like having a quota that is against the law for any officer to have a quota. There's no such thing as qualified immunity. So my thing is, as far as like I explained to you, there's no such thing in the world. That's something that has been made, that's been put in somebody's head to say that as far as an officer is qualified immunity to something of their actions. It's never been true. That's why you have officers nowadays, like I said, that are being charged for different crimes. They said there's no such thing as qualified immunity. Where you get that from, I have no idea. It is not in any book. It is not in any state. It's not an unwritten law. There's no such thing.
Thank you, Mr. Melton.
Not a problem.
Alrighty then. Here is NC Tyrant Hunter's version, the longer version, the wide angle version. Subscribe to NC Tyrant Hunter and Just Us, the number 4 All, who I guess recorded this and edited down his own clip. I don't know, but I'm going to be interrupting this one, so here we go.
I'm asking about qualified immunity, and today he's telling me that we don't know much about it.
No, the question was as far as they said, do I know what qualified immunity is? I've never heard that as far as the law enforcement before, what qualified immunity is.
This officer's never heard of qualified immunity.
So, as I asked the question, is for you to describe what qualified and identify what qualified immunity is. The only thing you can tell me is what?
Okay, so the guy explains it wrong. Qualified immunity is several court cases, the latest being Harlow versus Fitzgerald, which basically says cops can do whatever they feel like, and unless it's completely established precedent that it's illegal, they get immunity from it. It's a court decision that needs to be abolished. And this is how cops have been getting away with a lot of things for many, many decades now. And this cop's a sergeant has no idea about qualified immunity or Harlow versus Fitzgerald.
Officer, qualified immunity is like an insurance for police officers.
Wow, that's something I've never heard of, but go ahead.
But
that wow is right. You're a sergeant. You never heard of qualified immunity. What you been training on? The drug war? How to raise revenue for the state? How to enforce victimless crimes in order to extort money from the citizens who already pay all your bills and your taxes? Is that what you've been doing? And then you're sitting here smug, pretending like qualified immunity doesn't exist just because you've never heard of it? There's a lot of things that exist that you've never heard of, buddy. The first of which would be morals, because I don't know how anyone could be a cop these days with the things they make you do.
Every police officer has disqualified immunity.
Everybody does.
All over the United States, all the police officers have qualified. No, wait a minute. They're outlawed, I think, in New York and one other state. Might have been Chicago.
They don't have it?
They don't have it no more.
They don't have it no more. That's kind of weird, but where did they get it from?
Harlow versus Fitzgerald.
The qualified immunity comes from, well, no, they lost their qualified immunity because they were violating people's rights.
They lost their qualified immunity.
Knowing they were violating people's civil rights.
That's right. Several cities have passed and abolished qualified immunity. That is correct. He just explains it wrong here in a minute, but that's all right. He's out there trying.
So, where does the qualified immunity come from exactly again?
It's paid for by the county, by every police officer, whether they're getting it from the county, the state, or the federal government.
I would tell you right now, you really need to look up your facts because there's no such thing. That's like having a quota that is against the law for any officer.
That's another lie. Yeah, they don't have written quotas, but if you don't make arrests and do the expectations of your seniors and your sergeants and your lieutenants and your captains, and you don't raise revenue for the state, then all of a sudden you're not meeting your goals. They call them goals now.
They have a quota. There's no such thing as qualified immunity. So my thing is, as far as like I explained to you, there's no such thing in the world. That's something that has been made, that's been put in somebody's head to say that as far as an officer is qualified immunity to something of their actions.
Yeah, exactly. It's as stupid as it sounds. It's just as stupid as you made it sound, even though it really exists. You're correct. It sounds ridiculous that that's a thing, Sergeant Melton, but it's a thing. And it is ridiculous. And you saying it out loud and realizing how ridiculous it is shows how ignorant you are as to your own profession and career.
Never been true. That's why you have officers nowadays that get qualified.
It's never been true.
Immunity to something of their actions. It's never been true. That's why you have officers nowadays, like I said, that are actually being charged for different crimes. They said there's no such thing as qualified immunity. Where you get that from, I have no idea. It is not in any book. It is not in any state. It's not an unwritten law. There's no such thing.
How can you be... Okay, that's where the video ends. How can you be so sure of yourself when anybody, all they have to do is Google the two words qualified immunity, and it instantly brings up how it became to be and what it's all about? My God. How do you just say this stuff on camera? This is why I tell you they're in a cult like Scientology, the Blue Line Scientology cult. This guy, into a camera, literally says qualified immunity never existed anywhere, any book, any document, unwritten, blah, blah, blah. When anyone in the world could just Google those two words and see that you just made a complete fool of yourself. Here's your legacy, Sergeant Melton. And you see, you get promoted in the police department by not knowing laws, by not knowing the laws they use the most. It has, their promotion in the department has nothing to do with how well they are versed in the law. At all. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to NC Tyrant Hunter and Just Us for All. Tell them I sent you. Peace, tranquility. Have a good day. Bye. John's Coin Rings. John Felix Audits. YouTube's still screwing me. They sent me emails. I'll tell you about that later. Bye.